G'day sports fans, it's Phantom 100 here and welcome back to Asphalt 9 Legends, the racing game that's free to play where we climb through the multiplayer and trying to rank up in the multiplayer. Today we're going to be using the Ford Shelby GT350R. I have not used this car in a while, if ever, I think. We're still nowhere near silver, as I've said many times. Still got 5 days left, which means we'll probably squeeze in one more video for this World Series. But doesn't look like we're getting out of bronze this time. Obviously, just every couple of days, just ain't enough racing, obviously, to climb out. So last video we used the Volkswagen. That was a pretty nice car to drive. I have no idea how the Ford Shelby handles in this game, so I'm looking forward to actually giving it a go. And I hope that you guys have been enjoying watching Asphalt 9 as a series, and the random topics that we get onto. I basically just use this as like a podcast video, because I just talk about random stuff instead of nothing that's game related. But I mean, considering how straightforward this racing game is, even compared to other racing games, there's not much for me to cover on the game itself. What you see is what you get really with this. So it's really just a fun game for me to just chill back and race. But I've said that many times, and I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing it. So we're just gonna go right now. You know, the hidden countdown. Oh, some poor guy's got a poor connection. Oh, another guy's got a poor connection. This is what I mean by it'd be great if the next Switch has got an actual Ethernet port. Because then people might not suffer with these horrible connections, with their Wi-Fi disconnecting on them. Because it happens. I've had it happen to me. Oh, okay, I got knocked down. How rude, you know. I was just expositioning how I felt pity for people not doing well. And then I get knocked down. How rude. So rude, in fact. I'm going to drift on the spot and gain some meter. And on a shockwave, but I was unable to actually take anyone out with it, which is quite sad because I went straight into the back of that guy. But apparently that doesn't count in this game right now. It doesn't count. You didn't want it hard enough. Actually, that's a funny thing that some people say. I guess you didn't want it hard enough. It's like, bro, no matter how much I want it, it's either going to happen or ain't going to happen. Oh, driver 6554 has a bad connection. So some people would just call driver. They don't give themselves a name. Like, why don't you give yourself a name, man? Don't you have a gamer tag that you go by or something? Like, why do people have not name? Why do people not have names? Very confusing for me to understand the concept of that, because I could never allow myself to just be called driver and a number. I'm more than just a number. I'm not a number or a barcode or a farm animal. I'm a human being, a weird, sheltered, shut-in human being that doesn't like going outside or interacting with people, but a human being nonetheless. Actually, I don't know, like, when it comes to human interaction, I don't really know. Like, I feel like I'm a bit of a shut-in because I don't like going outside. I don't like interacting with people IRL very much. I get anxiety about big crowds of people, that kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm interacting with friends and stuff online all the time. So it's like, do I have social anxiety when I love talking to people online? Am I really antisocial? Do I really dislike people if I'm talking to people online all the time? I don't know. It's this weird mixed bag where, like, talking to people by text, online, voice, whatevs, playing games with them, I'm all for that. But then when it comes to being around people, a lot of people, or going into town, doing grocery shopping and all those mundane adult things, I don't feel it. I don't like it very much at all. But then again, I don't dislike travelling either. Like when I went on my trip overseas to Canada in 2019. Yeah, I went in June 2019. It was my first ever trip overseas. I went to Canada for a week. Spent a week in Vancouver. That was really awesome. And I loved it. I really enjoyed it because the people there were awesome. And even though there was lots of people and crowds of people, it was really fun. 2, 1, go. It was a good trip. I really enjoyed the trip to Canada, and you know, I was around people all the time. I went with a relative, and you know, we were there for the week. We stayed with a friend of my relative, and like we went somewhere every day, right? So we went like on boats, we went for drives, we went to like, you know, big special monuments and buildings, and we went on the trains, like the SkyTrain. Oh boy, the SkyTrain. Now let's just quickly talk about the SkyTrain in Vancouver. That thing gave me some hella anxiety because hang on, before we divert to this, we'll just continue what I was saying. So on that trip, I was around people all the time, but I didn't get really any people anxiety at all, and I loved meeting new people. Maybe because it was somewhere different and I knew the experience was going to be different, I don't know. But I didn't have the people effect while I was there. Anyway, that's enough about that weirdness and how my social behaviour differs depending on... Oh, that's unfortunate. where my social behaviour differs depending on where I am and what I'm doing, which makes no sense at all. Unless you're the same, then you let me know if we relate. That'd be candy. What was I saying? Yeah, the SkyTrain give me hella anxiety, and this is the reason why. So I'm terrified of heights. Right? I have, is it vertigo? I think is the term for it. The phobia of heights. No, I think there's actually a word for that. But I have a severe phobia of heights. Like I am petrified. Right? Like I will shut down. I will shake. I will shiver. I will tremble in fear. I'll break out in a cold sweat. I don't like heights at all. And so on the SkyTrain, you get that feeling of vertigo on heights because, well, the SkyTrain, if you guys don't know what that is, Google it, look it up. It's actually really cool. But it's a train that's on rails, right? So not a grounded train, not a subway train, though we did actually get to go on those. But it's actually a train that's on rails on the bottom and top of it, and it just travels wherever it fucking wants to. So it's not grounded. Like, so, it could drop, it could fall off, you could jump out of it. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to open the doors. But the point I'm getting is, I'm terrified of heights. And being on the SkyTrain, I was petrified. Here's the thing, though. After about probably the third trip on the train, my anxiety, kind of went away, and I was good with it. Normally, I don't adapt to heights, because that's the way I've always been. I've been terrified of them since I was a small child. I don't even know why. I think I'll repress the memories of whatever caused that fear. But the SkyTrain, once you get used to it, it's a really cool experience, and heaps of people use it all the time. It's not even that expensive, and it goes almost wherever it wants. But that's probably one of my favourite things about Vancouver. And on the subject of overseas travel, on the other subject of overseas travel, besides the fact that it's going to be great when we're able to, when the world's a bit better, and hopefully the COVID-19 vaccine is effective, and we can continue to live our lives, hopefully, if it's effective. But aside from, I think I've already asked you guys to let me know where you'd like to travel overseas. And if you haven't, then feel free to let me know in the comments below where you'd like to go, or where you've been in the past. But I want to say, that aside from the SkyTrain, there was a lot of other things about Canada that I loved. But mostly, it was probably my whole experience going up into the Blue Mountains. Now, again, because I'm scared of heights, there was no way that I was letting my relative and their friend convince me to go onto the cable cars. It was just not going to happen. But I ended up doing it, and despite the fact that I was basically peeing my pants the whole time, it was quite a cool experience being up there in the mountains, and I got to experience snow for the first time, because here in Australia, there are parts of Australia that get a little bit of snow, but it's only isolated areas, and I haven't been to those areas. So I'd never been in proper snow before, and even though I went to Canada it was in June, so I think that's their spring or summer, go up into the mountains, and there's still, ice and snow up there. So, of course, I actually got to, make, this snow/ice ball, ditch it at people, and I think I was the only person on that mountaintop, well, not the complete mountaintop, we climbed quite a way. I think I was the only person up there where the snow was, and I was still legit, in a shirt and shorts, and they must have been, feckin' tourist or weirdo, because there were people in, thick jackets and that kind of thing, I was just, chilling in the shirt and shorts, yo, this is awesome, I don't mind this. Because you might think, gee, as an Australian, I'm used to the heat. And I mean, I am used to the heat, but I also dislike it. Because when I went there and experienced cold like that, I was like, this isn't that bad. I wouldn't mind it if it was like this at home once in a while. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't that bothered at all. Everyone else is like, he's crazy. Why is he not cold? It was absolutely freaking awesome. But that trip was absolutely amazing. It was a great trip. And I hope that I get to go overseas again one day in the future. That'd be pretty nice. Oh, I've rambled a lot, haven't I? It appears I have. But that's because I can easily get distracted playing this game. I don't even know what places I got or anything. I was just happily talking about my trip overseas and actually getting kind of nostalgic for it because, I mean, it was a couple of years ago now. Even though it doesn't really feel like it. But, yeah, where in the world would you guys like to be able to travel? Or where have you been in the past? I definitely want to know, eh? And also, if you're watching, where are you from? Are you an Aussie like me, or are you're from a different part of the world? I'm definitely interested to know, where you're from, what it's like there, all that kind of stuff. Because I meet and talk to a lot of people from different parts of the world. I've got friends in, America, and Russia, and Canada, and New Zealand. I've got friends in lots of different parts of the globe. And it's really cool to meet those people and get a perspective of what their lives are like, or what life is like for different people. It's really awesome. And that's what the overseas trips are good too, holidays like that. Because you get to experience the culture and what people are like, and their cuisine, or the food. Oh man, can we just talk about New Zealand and Canadian food? Top tier. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, that's going to be enough of me rambling about traveling and stuff today. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching if you're still here. And let me know in the comments all that kind of fun stuff. And share this video around if you enjoyed it. Hitting the like button will tell me that you enjoyed this as well. I definitely want to continue playing this because it's fun. And I'll be playing it my downtime anyway, so I might as well just record it and ramble on, right? Because I do this anyway. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. The subscriber count just keeps going up, and I've been never more honoured and pleased about it. It's absolutely amazing, overwhelming and humbling all at once. So yeah, until the next time, guys, dodge that game over screen. I am Fanta100, and I'm signing out for now.